What's up, everyone? Welcome to Skybees. Oh, yeah. So, in the last episode, we fought the Gaia, and then we ran through some of our quests. We finished out some immersive engineering power, and we finished out the Botania quest line, which is awesome. We are flying through some of these quests. Immersive engineering is a really, really cool mod, but this mod pack is just using bees for resource generation and then kind of just diving you into small parts of each mod. Um, this would typically be used for like early game power, so that's why we just kind of ran through all of the different mods. Now, we have done a few things off camera, including getting a second tier 4 apiary. I do have a little bit of automation in the way of I need a torch. um, in the way of this guy right here, the energizing orb. And before we had this little redstone circuit here for singulatory items, but I have added in a triple setup using the same redstone to make these nitro crystals. These nitro crystals are a nether star, a block of redstone, and a block of blazing crystals. So these we can make the energy cell, we can make the magmator, we can make energy cable, a fernator, and then ender cell, and let's see, battery, solar panel, and then of course our thermo generator. We do also need some of these blocks to make the mining dimension teleporter. We're not going to get into this today, but this is what I'm kind of working towards. Um, all of this here. But we do need steel casing, so it's going to be a little bit before we get to it. We go down here and check out our thermo generator. This thing is generating 1,000 or 13,440 RF per tick. That's pretty good for just a little simple generator, and we could, if we wanted to, set up, you know, quite a few of these. So that's pretty neat. I did make the second energizing rod here, and we upgraded these to the nitro version as well. Other than that, we haven't done too much around the base. We are we did AFK a little bit for the nitro crystals, so we are back up to 5,770 honey blocks, which is really, really nice. And what we're going to start off today with is probably going in here and placing in our tier 4 apiary. We do need to we do need to do a thing to get these bees out of here. I'm going to have to collect these bees and probably put the apiary in afterwards. Yeah. Okay, so we got the tier 4 apiary in. We are now collecting just an absolute ludicrous amount of stuff here. It doesn't look like we're backing up too bad, but this thing is going to be putting in some work. This one's backing up a little bit. Oh, this one has individual fluid tanks for each section. That's pretty cool. Yeah, these guys are putting in some work and we are getting some materials. This is very, very nice. Now, this has 6 slots and we're using 9 bees, so this, of course, is going to back up a little bit, especially with items coming in and not sorting themselves. But we should see a substantial increase in certain materials like diamonds. And I believe that we need like 190,000 of these for the singularities. That's why we're getting an jump on these. Now, osmium is something that we just added in, and we have 38,000. I think we're good on osmium, so we might as well just kind of let it ride. I don't think we need any more, so I did pick up my osmium bees, and we're going to just place these guys in system here. 4 safekeeping, and the tier 1 apiaries. Very, very good. This thing has ran through an absolute ton of blazing crystals, and we're just working on kind of behind the scenes just in case we need more stuff for power. Now, the next quest line I would like to work on is this guy right here, Astral Sorcery. We have a few quests that we need to complete, the Attunement Altar, the Looking Glass, things like that, and I have bookmarked all of that stuff right here. Again, this is going to require us getting a few different things, but one of the things I was looking ahead on is this star metal cutting tool, and we need infused wood planks, which are from infused wood. And there is no crafting recipe for infused wood. I actually had to take to the Astral Tome, and what you do is you put down Starlight, and then you throw logs into it, and that is how you get the wood. So that is what we did here. That's why this little bit of Starlight is here. We're going to have to hold on to this liquid Starlight because we can't put it back in the light well. But now what we are going to need to do is go ahead and look at things like this. So we're going to need some aquamarine and a glass paint, which we should have plenty of aquamarine. And we can always set up our bees if we need to. And I don't know if we can do this. Ah, we can. Good. And we have not everything. We need a few more things. Sticks. Gold. Looking glass. There it is. Again, we should wait for nighttime to do this. And I should really wait till nighttime to show you guys what this looking glass does. Oh, we got a bunch of rewards. Let's just click all. Now, I believe that we can shift click this guy and we can throw our constellation papers in here. So not only is this a book and kind of a gateway how we do things, let's see, nothing on this paper, there's nothing on this paper, nothing here. Visio. Looks like some of these are just blank. We'll take the constellations that have nothing on them and we'll take those out. We'll throw these in the system. I have, oh, we got 2 Visio. Oh, we got doubles. Okay. But this is our guidebook to get through Astral Sorcery, and it can also hold these constellation papers, which is brilliant. So, have 2 of those, Amara, Isida, Amara, and so these are the 5 constellations that I guess we actually have right now. I think there's more, but you have to find them through the looking glass. So we're still waiting for nighttime. And I was gonna look through my quest book here to see where we're going next, and it looks like the telescope and the star metal cutting tool we're going to need. So let's just go ahead and craft up some of these planks. And that's the reason we made these, was for that. We will get ourselves some gold nuggets. Easy enough. And we are missing star metal. I do have, I believe, some of that down here. Yes. We prepped a few things before we started today's episode. And because we have these astral relays, that's why we can do these crafts during the day. Aha. So now my question is, how do we get Stardust? Because it doesn't say. Gonna have to look through the book. We can make the Attunement altar, which we're not going to attune ourselves, but we can make it. So regular right click opens the book. Not in the first chapter. Star Metal has many applications for channeling Starlight. The dust from Star Metal is even more reactive due to its magical energy. While this attempting to grind or cut a result of metal behaving more. Academy Star Metal cutting tool is particularly suited to by striking the Star Metal ingot swings of the cutting tool. The sharp impact of both physical object as well as the magical field will cause the ingot to rapidly destabilize, shattering in piles of stardust instead. Okay. Got the Astral Relay. Let's go ahead and make the Attunement altar. We can't. We're missing. I guess I threw my Aquamarine back in here. That we do have to wait for nighttime. Okay, so let's take off this guy real quick. And then, oh, that's how you make it. Well, I'll be. It doesn't say if you press R or click on it when you're in JEI, it does not have a recipe, but that's how you make it. It's with this tool right here. The whole reason we needed it was for that. So cool. This guy is done. The Attunement altar is waiting. We are going to upgrade this platform when we get closer to like the Celestial altar. We're going to make the iridescent altar, but we're not going to make the platform that goes with it. I think it's a little bit bigger than what we have. So, yeah, we're not going to do that. We're going to wait for nightfall. Nightfall is upon us. We have plenty of starlight. Let's go ahead and make this Attunement altar. And while we're doing that, we can take a look through our telescope. And it's neat because we may potentially be able to find a um constellation, which is how you, I'm not sure if that's how you get the papers or not, but to alter, cool. Again, we can set up a platform for this guy and we could attune ourselves to different relay or different constellations, and it's pretty cool. I guess let's go ahead and make the telescope while we're doing it. And then we need to make the celestial altar. And we actually need to make 2 of those. So, this thing we can set up in various different ways, and we can kind of scan it around to look for those different constellations. Looking Glass only looks so far, but this thing is a little bit more intuitive. All right, so we don't need it. So let us look at the celestial altar. I'm missing marble pillars, and we're actually going to need to do this again. So celestial altar, like that. We're going to need cue that. Smack it. Get some of the dust. Oh, we're gonna have to go through the entire steps, aren't we? Yeah, we need a regular luminous crafting table. Okay, let's do this. Um, I don't have one, really. Okay, there's our luminous crafting table. Next thing we need liquid starlight and some other stuff. Uh, I have it right here. So we need 4 marble arch. We need 2 pillars. Ruined marble. Let us go ahead and put that guy in there. It's gonna get this bad boy. Starlight crafting altar. Then we're missing a rock crystal and 2 chiseled marble. Okay, we have all the stuff. Rock crystal, chiseled. Ah, looks like don't. Okay. That should upgrade this one to this celestial altar. When you craft the next one in line, obviously it does this and then it changes. We are going to need to build. Oh, look, we unlocked a new chapter called Constellations. Neat. There's all kinds of things we can do. Getting the celestial crystals and enhanced collectors, starlight infusion. That's not what we're after. We are after this guy. So it's 11 by 11 by 5. And looks like we have a bunch of stuff that we need to get. So, one, let's look at this like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is a 7 by 7 platform of the marble here. 1, 2, 3, 5. We need to upgrade our platform, which means we need to change all of this to sooty marble here. Yeah, fun stuff. And then this is the highest pillar that we're gonna, or the highest tier that we're going to do. That's why I made a second celestial altar so that we can continue to craft with it if need be in the future, and then we'll just take the iridescent um, crafting table and just put it in our storage. So don't know how much of this stuff we're gonna need, but I know how much we just made. And I do believe that we're going to have to move our astral relays all the way back as well. It looks like we're going to need just a little bit. Having the wireless crafting helps so much with this. There we go. So there is that. Um, then it is just regular marble in the corner here, marble arch. I guess we can go ahead and get rid of all of this. And then we need just good old-fashioned marble, which we have quite a bit of. 1, 2, 3. Upgrading these is not too bad. A little tedious to get this thing right. So then we need marble bricks, which are these guys, and that is going to go like this. Again, not too bad. And I do believe that if we were to go look in this guy right now, it's red telling us that we have the incorrect structure. So until we get that thing where it needs to be, this won't be right, right? So then we need, looks like marble just in here, the same marble bricks. Um, Marble, brick. We'll just go ahead and grab quite a bit of this. It's going to be enough. I may be wrong. I may be wrong in my thinking. Then we need some marble arch, 2 pillars, and then the same stuff on top. So let's go ahead and take these guys down. Perfect. And then these go in the corners here with some ruined marble, like so. Gonna need a little bit more in the way of ruined. Then it should be these guys and this guy topping it off, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. I actually need you. Boom, boom. Mobs can spawn on top of here. I have to watch that, but this should be the correct thing. Yep, you can see, boom, we have it. We have a bigger crafting table. Let us go into constellation. The iridescent altar. I mean, we could technically build this. It's just a little bit taller. I thought this was bigger than this, but it works perfect. The last quest that we have is the Starlight Infuser, which we need a few things for. Alright, we had to get a bucket of Starlight, which took a little bit of time, but we should be able to at least put everything in for the Starlight Infuser. I'm not sure if we have enough, but we'll do it. Oh, we do. Good. So what we need to do is Starlight Infusion. This is the altar that we need to build. It is a 7x7 deal. There's a piece of lapis that kind of hides in the bottom. And I actually need this. And the only reason that we need it is so we can craft the iridescent altar, because it requires these 4 resonating gems, which is just aquamarine around the altar. So it's a 7x7 structure, and I do believe that we have 1, 2, 5, 6. We have an area like on the outer sections where these relays are to do it. The other thing that I could do is I could put it down here, but this is all my Astral Sorcery stuff, so let's go ahead and break the relay. And let's look at getting ourselves the 7x7 thing. So it's a 5x5 of just marble. And that's going to sit underneath here. So should be able to just do this, and then we should be able to dig this guy away. We might actually have to move this back. To where we have a little bit of separation here because our next set of blocks comes in this ring, right? So that's 3, 4, and then 5, like this. Again, this is probably going to be a temporary structure. That's too much. There we go. Aha, perfect. So now in the center of it, we ruined marble going all the way around. So this stuff right here, recipe, we need quite a bit of it. I'll take that. You know what, we'll just take that. So now it should be a little ring of this guy. We are going to need a lapis block. Right here, and then it should be as simple as moving a few blocks around, placing this in, and then in the corners, we gotta have, is it right here? Yes. Right here, we gotta have some of this, where is it? This stuff right here, which I do believe we only need 4. And then we need a pillar, and then 4 more. And this should be the altar good to go. We'll place down our star infuser here. And now what we have to do is we have to fill each one of these sections with liquid starlight, and then as we do our crafts, it will pull that up here so that we can get 4 of these aquamarines into a resonating gem. So we're going to need to get a few more light wells. We're going to need to get a few more buckets of liquid starlight to start placing this in. Did this keep my bucket? It did. But these have to be solid. They can't be flowing for any of this crafting to work. So we're going to go ahead, like I said, and make some more light wells. I don't even know how many I should make. Of course, we don't have the chiseled marble or ruined marble. Oh yeah, we do. And we're missing rock crystals, which we have quite a few. Let's make 3 more. All right. They'll be fast. Looking a little bit further into our iridescent altar, which is the last thing that we need to do in Astral Sorcery, I neglected to see that we need this celestial crystal. So having a look through the Astral Tome, because there was nothing in JEI that tells you how to get these guys, there's no recipe, but there is a uses. Obviously, we can use them in the light well, and it's in the crafting of an ever-shifting fountain and a mantle of the stars. Anyway, looking through the tome, it tells us these crystal clusters. So we got to submerge a rock crystal into a bucket of liquid starlight with a handful of stardust, and we'll see a rapid boil occur in the mixture. Once the liquid starlight and excess stardust have boiled off, what will remain will be a small crystal cluster. Exposure to starlight from the sky above or from a linked collector crystal will result in the crystal cluster changing its internal structure, growing over time in several stages. And then this harvesting the cluster will see more attributes to the resulting crystal than when it started. That is basically how we get the crystal that we need. So, what we essentially need to do is set up an area where we can place down some liquid starlight. Now, I did go ahead and use some pipes from Mechanism here, and I am piping all of the starlight into this quantum tank because this is a little easier than what we were doing before by just collecting it in the bucket. So, I need to make sure to take off my magnet, and then we are going to need to place down a bucket of liquid starlight. We are going to need to get a rock crystal, which I have in here. We made a few of these by accident. And then inside this pool, we need to throw a rock crystal and we need to throw some stardust. And hopefully this will work. Is that what it said? Do I have to plant it? Submerging a rock crystal into the bucket with a handful of stardust, we'll see the boil. See this boil. Okay, well, we're going to leave this. I don't know if these items despawn, and if they do, it's not a big deal. We can take the collector crystal here and remove this crafting table, and then, of course, we will have more, what you call it? Oh, no, there, look. There it is. So, we can remove this. I was going to say we can make more star metal with iron ore. So, this guy is going to either need the collector crystal, which we can try with the linking tool, which I do believe is in our good old-fashioned backpack. Here it is. And we can shift right-click on this. And shift right-click again. How did we do this? Okay, there it is. So now we just let this thing grow up. And it has stages here. So we can see that it grows up when it has like the stone around it. Yeah, and that will grow quicker over time once it is nighttime, which the night is falling. And then we can also start attuning these crystals to make resonating crystal. Now, when we go to start putting these in here and they're changed into resonating crystals, there may be an opportunity that some of this liquid starlight actually gets used. So if it does, it's kind of hard to see because you'll have something like this, and this is where we need to put more liquid starlight because this has to be full source blocks. So in that case, what I may do, and the reason I have 3 buckets on me, is I may just pull up the source blocks and then put a new one down, which is why I am actively coming over here and putting in some of these aquamarines to continue to get starlight, which we will collect down here. And right now we have 5 buckets. So now what we need to do is we need to wait till nighttime. This thing is growing, and at night this will probably help because this will be getting more starlight. So once the nighttime is upon us, we should be able to put this guy in here, and it will turn into a resonating gem. I do think I have to hit this with a resonating wand. I've been sitting here, and nighttime is upon us. Yeah, we got to do this, and then we'll have the little light show, and we can get ourselves a resonating gem. This is so cool. And look at that. Boom. So we have to check the sources here, and it looks like we didn't lose a source there, so we can jump back across here, resonating wand, and we can do our little screenshot once again. And Nice. We're getting there. This thing looks like it is fully grown. Let's get the rest of the resonating gems before I do that. So, oh, there is a missing block right here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of liquid starlight. And hopefully that'll be enough to finish us out. Again, we could... We did the test, so we knew that this one was the one that didn't have it. We could have pulled this and this source and made sure. But yeah, I'm going to do this real quick, and then we're going to get our celestial crystal. 4 resonating crystals later, and now let's break this guy. Oh, we got some stardust back, and we got a celestial crystal that is actually a pretty good one. Size 3, purity 2, ritual effect 3. I think size 3, purity 3, and ritual effect 3 is the highest that we can get. Now, we've just barely tapped into Astral Sorcery. Like, here's the thing for tree farming. We can make a tree beacon. There's so many things that we can do with Starlight Infusion. We can make these different things over here. This is just, like I said, the tip of the iceberg. That's what all of these different mods do, getting us into them. It is really, really cool. Now, I do believe that I need a lens, which I have in here. And everything else, we should be able to craft this guy. We're missing sooty marble. Really? No, we're not. Thank goodness. All right. But we do not have enough starlight. Let me try to delink this guy. Maybe that will help. That does help tremendously. Okay. Perfect. And now this thing is upgrading to its final tier, which we're going to need to break. And then we are also going to need to get out of Attunement, come back into Constellation, and look at upgrading our multi-block structure, which really is just some brick. It should be really easy. And there we go. We did it. Oh well, we need to... There it is twice. Okay, so for marble, it should, like I said, this thing turns red. We can't use it. So we will place some of this guy right here. Like so. And then I will go ahead and do that. We don't have our magnet on because I wanted that turned off. Such a fun little mod. I really like Astral Sorcery. I don't know everything about it, but I know a fair amount, enough to get through this part of the pack. So, and I had plans to kind of dive further in to other packs today, but ooh, what's that? There's like a little added bonus up there. Maybe that's for this guy, which is a constellation that you can put in here when doing your crafting. We don't have a full, well, I guess it's getting to be daytime. We're losing starlight, but typically you would want to build these higher up in your world. If you don't want to do these guys, these astral relays, that's how we've gotten away with doing this. And of course, this thing is completely set up. And astral sorcery for us is complete. Now, the one thing that I did want to do is use this for another blood altar at some point. And I want to get into blood magic soon because we're going to be getting heavy into mechanism. That's what it is. And we're going to want to kind of automate the process of getting ourselves steel casing. Or what is it called? Blood magic uses. This makes... Is it steel casing? It is, yeah, steel casing. We need a bunch of these. Not a bunch, but we need some. So eventually I want to automate this process. But I think this is where we are going to end things for today. We got our big altar set up. Our Astral Sorcery platform is looking pretty good. This thing here, I do need to make some more illumination powder. Illumination powder. It's just glowstone and aquamarine. That's easy. So illumination powder, we'll just do that, and we'll hit this with the resonating wand because we should still have enough power. Oh my goodness, I made 4 stacks. That's not what I meant to do, but it will work. And we're going to light this thing up so we don't have any issues. Perfect. No other F7 issues because I have it pretty much constantly loaded. So with all of that being done, said, and done, we are going to end things. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. We did a little bit of magic. It was quite fun. I had to clear my throat there. Sorry about that. And as always, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you get notified when videos like this come out. Check the description down below for all of the different ways to follow me, including Twitter, Twitch, Discord, and there is a link to the Patreon, which eventually we will do something more than what it is right now. If you haven't already, go watch my video on how to follow Minecraft tutorials and how, in there it talks about reading the description and comments and stuff like that. Better way to watch these videos, right? There's a little bit of information in there. So, as always, thanks for watching, and I will see